Set 3, End of Cycle, Term 3, Senior 1. During a school gardening project, students planted maize seeds in two different plots. In Plot A, they planted the seeds very close together. In Plot B, they spaced the seeds appropriately. As the plants grew, the maize in Plot A were much taller and had thinner yellowish stems compared to the sturdier, greener plants in Plot B. The cobs in Plot A were also much smaller. Task, Part A. Explain the reasons for the differences in growth and appearance between the maize plants in Plot A and Plot B. Part B. State the importance of the practice carried out in Plot B. Reasons for the differences in growth and appearance between maize plants in Plot A and Plot B. In Plot A, the maize plants were planted very close together, leading to overcrowding. The crowded plants competed for light, water, mineral salts, and soil nutrients. Because of the competition for sunlight, the plants grew taller and thinner as they stretched upwards to reach light. The shortage of nutrients and space resulted in weak, yellowish stems due to insufficient chlorophyll formation. The limited food production through photosynthesis caused small cobs since the plants could not store enough food. In Plot B, the plants were well spaced, so each had enough light, air, nutrients, and water. This led to shorter, stronger, greener plants with larger cobs because they photosynthesized efficiently and grew healthily. Importance of the practice carried out in Plot B, proper spacing. Reduces competition for light, water, and nutrients among plants. Allows free air circulation, reducing the risk of fungal and bacterial diseases. Enables each plant to receive enough sunlight for efficient photosynthesis. Encourages strong stem development and good root spread. Results in higher yield and better quality cobs. A beekeeper noticed that his honeybee colonies were collapsing. The bees were found dead near their hives, and he observed a significant reduction in the number of bees foraging on his coffee flowers. This led to poor coffee bean formation on his farm. He recalled that his neighbor had recently sprayed insecticides on a nearby cotton farm. Task, Part A. Explain the connection between the insecticide spray on the neighboring farm and the poor formation of coffee beans on the beekeeper's farm. Part B. As an arthropod, state two key characteristics of the honeybee that make it susceptible to such environmental threats.
Connection between the insecticide spray and poor coffee bean formation. The insecticides sprayed on the neighboring cotton farm were carried by wind or droplets to the nearby area. The honeybees, while foraging on flowers, came into contact with or ingested the insecticide. The insecticide poisoned and killed many bees, leading to a sharp decline in the bee population. Bees are important pollinators. They transfer pollen grains from the anther to the stigma of flowers. With fewer bees, pollination of coffee flowers was greatly reduced. As a result, fewer coffee flowers were fertilized, leading to poor coffee bean formation and low yield on the farm. Two key characteristics of the honeybee as an arthropod that make it susceptible to environmental threats. Possession of a soft, thin exoskeleton. The outer covering can easily absorb or be penetrated by toxic chemicals like insecticides. Small body size and high surface area makes bees more vulnerable to chemicals in the environment because toxins affect their bodies quickly. Item 3. Mukisa planted a large field of cabbage. After a few weeks, he found that the leaves were being eaten by green caterpillars. He also noticed many white butterflies flying around the garden. He sprayed the plants with a chemical insecticide, which killed most of the caterpillars, but he is worried they will return. Task, Part A. Explain the connection between the white butterflies and the caterpillars eating Mukisa's cabbage. Part B. Besides using chemical insecticides, suggest two other methods Mukisa could use to protect his cabbages from these pests. The connection between the white butterflies and the caterpillars eating the cabbage. The white butterflies seen in the garden are likely the adult stage of the cabbage white butterfly. These butterflies lay eggs on the leaves of cabbage plants. The eggs hatch into green caterpillars, larvae, which feed on the cabbage leaves. The caterpillars cause damage by chewing holes in the leaves, reducing the plant's ability to photosynthesize. Therefore, the presence of many white butterflies leads to more caterpillars, which results in serious leaf damage on Mukisa's cabbage. Two other methods Mukisa could use to protect his cabbages. Biological control. Introduce natural predators or parasites such as ladybird beetles, parasitic wasps, or birds that feed on caterpillars. Physical control: use nets or barriers to cover the cabbages, preventing butterflies from laying eggs on the leaves. Cato is a farmer who grows yams. He harvested some yams and stored them in a dark, cool shed. A few weeks later, he was surprised to see that some of the yams had produced pale, young shoots from their surfaces. He planted one of these yams with shoots and it grew into a new plant.
Task. Part A, Roman numeral 1. Identify the modified stem that a yam represents. Roman numeral 2. Explain what caused the yams to produce shoots in the storage shed. Part B. Describe how this feature allows a farmer like Cato to propagate new yam plants. Modified stem that a yam represents. A yam is a tuber, which is a type of modified underground stem. What caused the yams to produce shoots in the storage shed? Yams have buds, also called eyes, on their surface. When stored in a dark, cool, and humid environment, the buds receive favorable conditions for growth. These buds sprout, producing pale young shoots that grow from the yam surface. This process is a type of vegetative growth, or vegetative propagation. How this feature allows a farmer to propagate new yam plants. The young shoots sprouts from the yam tuber can be planted directly in the soil. Each planted yam can develop into a new yam plant because the tuber contains stored food that supports initial growth. This allows the farmer to produce new yam plants without seeds, maintaining the same variety and quality. Using tubers for propagation is reliable, fast, and ensures high yield.